Taurus, there is someone lying in bed right now staring at the ceiling, unable to close their eyes without your image appearing, unable to find peace without guilt tightening their chest like an unbearable weight, unable to breathe deeply without feeling that sharp pang of regret that cuts deeper with each passing day. This person is being consumed from within by what they did to you. And the more they try to forget, the more the memory of their mistakes torments them with a brutal clarity that leaves no room for rest. It's not superficial remorse. It's not that fleeting regret that fades with time. It's an open wound in her conscience that bleeds every night when the day's distractions end and she's left alone with her thoughts. It's the kind of guilt that slowly corrodes the soul, that transforms every moment of silence into a session of mental torture where she relives every cruel word she said to you, every destructive action she took, every moment she chose to hurt you instead of honoring you. And do you know what the most devastating part is for that person? They know. They know exactly what they lost. They know you were real when everything around them was fake. They know you offered genuine loyalty in a world where no one else is loyal. They know you built while others only destroyed. They know they held something precious, rare, irreplaceable in their hands, and they threw it away. Not by accident, not without realizing it, but consciously through repeated choices to devalue you, disrespect you, treat you as if you were easily replaceable. Now, too late, this person understands what you always knew, that there is no one else like you. That they will never again find someone who loves them with that solid depth that only a Taurus knows how to offer. That they destroyed the only real thing they had in their life. And this understanding doesn't bring peace. It brings torment. It brings sleepless nights. It brings days where they function on autopilot, while inside they are being torn apart by the awareness of what they did. Can you feel the weight of their guilt even from a distance, even without contact, even continuing your life, as if they no longer existed? Taurus, let me tell you exactly what this person is experiencing in the shadows of your absence. Every time they see a happy couple, they think about how they threw away the happiness they had with you. Every time someone treats them badly, they remember how you treated them like gold and they treated you like trash. Every time they feel alone, they recognize that the loneliness is self-inflicted because they pushed away the only person who was truly there for them. Every time they try to connect with someone new, they realize that no one has the authenticity, the consistency, the real substance that you had. She tries to convince herself that she did the right thing. She tries to create narratives where she was the victim and you were the problem. She tries to blame you for the separation, the distance, the end. But in the most honest hours of the night, when the masks fall and she has to face the stark truth, she knows she's lying to herself. She knows you did everything right and she did everything wrong. She knows you gave her endless chances and she wasted them all. She knows you built bridges while she blew each one of them up. And what torments her most is the memory of your infinite patience. You didn't give up on her the first, second, 10th time she hurt you. You stayed. You tried to understand. You gave her space. You offered support. You believed she would change. You invested real effort in making it work. And her? She used your patience as a weakness. She abused your loyalty. She interpreted your persistence as a guarantee that you would always be there no matter how she treated you. She thought she could mistreat you endlessly because you were a Taurus, stable, constant, permanent. But she learned the hard way that even a bull has its limits, that even the deepest patience eventually runs out, that even the fiercest loyalty can be broken when abused too much. And when you finally left, it wasn't with drama or empty threats. It was with a definitive calm she had never seen before. It was with a decision so firm she felt in her bones that there was no going back. And it was at that moment that her torment truly began. For those born between April 20th and April 30th, there is someone specific who can't sleep because they betrayed your trust in a way that can never be repaired. This person knows you saw them at their worst and still chose to stay. and they repaid that loyalty with lies and deceit. For those born between May 1st and May 10th, there is someone consumed by guilt for having used your generosity until you were completely drained, taking and taking without ever giving anything in return. And for those born between May 11th and May 20th, there is someone who has lost sleep because they repeatedly disrespected your boundaries until you had no choice but to remove them completely from your life. But regardless of when you were born, all Taurians share the same experience. Someone treated them as if they were ordinary when they were extraordinary. Someone thought their constant presence was guaranteed when it was a gift. Someone mistook their quiet strength for weakness and discovered too late that true strength doesn't need to shout to be absolute. And now that person is paying the price. Not through some elaborate revenge you plotted, not through harsh words you threw in their face, but through something far more powerful: your complete absence from their life. You removed your energy, your presence, your constancy, and the void that remains is so immense that they feel it physically. It's as if you were the foundation that kept their life stable, and now everything is crumbling because that foundation no longer exists. She tries to fill the void. She tries other people, other relationships, other distractions, but nothing works. Because the problem isn't the absence of someone generic, it's the specific absence of you. The way you made her feel safe even when the whole world was chaotic. The way you were truly present when everyone else was just superficial. The way you built solid, lasting things instead of disposable, empty connections. And do you know what else torments her during sleepless nights? The awareness that she can't go back, she can't undo what she did, she can't erase the memories of how she treated you. She can't recover the trust she shattered into 1,000 pieces. She can't rebuild the bridge she destroyed with her own hands. She knows that even if you forgave her, which would already be a miracle, things would never be the same because you've changed. You've evolved beyond the point where she could reach you. Taurus, while she suffers with the guilt of what she did, you are doing something much more powerful. You are rebuilding your life without her. You are discovering that not only can you live without this person, but that you live better, lighter, freer, more at peace. Because you removed from your life someone who was constantly draining you, questioning you, making you feel insufficient when you were always more than enough. You are learning not to accept crumbs of affection from people who should be giving you a feast. You are raising your standards to reflect your true worth. You are creating firm boundaries that protect your precious energy from emotional vampires who only know how to drain without ever reciprocating. And the stronger you become in their absence, the weaker they become in your absence. The irony of this whole situation is delicious. While she thought you depended on her validation, her presence, her love, it was exactly the opposite. She depended on your stability, on your constancy, on the solid foundation you provided for her chaotic life. And now that you've removed that foundation, everything in her life is crumbling. Not because you wish her ill, but simply because she built her existence on you and never developed her own structures. And here's the truth you need to fully understand. The fact that she can't sleep doesn't mean you should go back. The fact that she's suffering from guilt isn't your problem to solve. The fact that she finally recognizes your worth doesn't erase how she treated you when she had free access to you. Her regret doesn't undo the damage she caused. And her insomnia isn't your responsibility to cure. You've carried too much emotional weight for people who didn't deserve it. You've sacrificed your peace, trying to keep others comfortable. You've diminished yourself so as not to make anyone feel insecure around your light. And where did that lead you? It led you to be used, devalued, treated as a backup plan when you were always premium. Now you're in a different phase, a phase where you understand that some people need to lose you to learn to value you, but that lesson comes too late to change anything. A phase where you recognize that their sincere regret is theirs to process, not yours to alleviate. A phase where your inner peace is worth more than any reconciliation with someone who has proven, through repeated actions, that they don't know how to honor you. The person who can't sleep after what they did to you is experiencing something the ancients called natural consequences. It's not karma in the sense of cosmic punishment. It's simply the inevitable reality that when you mistreat someone exceptional, you will eventually have to live with the awareness of what you lost. And that awareness is a far more effective prison than any revenge you could plan. She's trapped in a mental cycle she can't break. During the day, she tries to convince herself she's fine without you. She makes up stories about why the breakup was good. She pretends to friends and family that she's moved on. But at night, when there's no one left to fool, the truth emerges with brutal clarity. She made the biggest mistake of her life by not appreciating you while she had you. And do you know what the most painful part is for her? It's not just missing your presence. It's the awareness that she caused her own ruin, that she had everything she needed to be happy, but actively sabotaged it. That you didn't leave because of a lack of love. You left because of her excessive disrespect. That she can't blame anyone but herself for the loneliness she feels now. This irreparable self-awareness is what truly torments her in the early hours of the morning. Taurus, while she relives her mistakes repeatedly, you are creating new chapters in your life. Chapters where you are the protagonist, not the supporting character who exists only to support the growth of others. Chapters where your needs are a priority, not afterthoughts. Chapters where you are valued for who you are, not manipulated for what you can offer. And that's the true transformation of a Taurus. It's not about getting revenge on those who hurt you. It's not about making them feel your pain. It's about finally choosing yourself with the same dedication you've always chosen others. It's about building a life so solid, so abundant, so full that their absence or presence becomes completely irrelevant. The guilt she feels shouldn't give you malicious satisfaction. It should give you clarity. Clarity that your decision to walk away was absolutely correct. Clarity that people who truly value you don't need to lose you to understand your worth. Clarity that regret that comes only after you're gone isn't genuine regret, it's just discomfort with the consequences of your own actions. She can continue losing sleep. She can continue mentally torturing herself with all the ways she could have treated you better. She can continue creating alternative scenarios where she was different and you're still together. But none of that changes the present reality. You moved on, and she's stuck in the past she herself destroyed. And here's what you need to engrave deeply in your heart. You don't owe her forgiveness, reconciliation, another chance, or even a closure conversation. You don't owe her relief from the guilt that consumes her. You don't owe her peace of mind. Because she didn't give you any of those things when she had the chance, when you were vulnerable, when you needed support, when you deserved basic respect. She wasn't there in a way that mattered. Your only responsibility now is to yourself. It's to continue building the life you deserve. It's to continue healing from the wounds it caused. It's to continue evolving into ever better versions of yourself. It's to remain closed off to people who have proven they don't know how to honor the gift of having access to your life. Her insomnia is the price she pays for her choices, just as the peace you are building is the reward you receive for finally choosing your own happiness over keeping others comfortable with your presence. There is no injustice in that. There is no cruelty in that. It is simply the natural workings of a universe where actions have consequences and where treating exceptional people horribly eventually takes its toll. Taurus, if someone comes to you saying they're suffering, that they can't stop thinking about you, that they finally understood your worth, that they want a chance to do things differently, you have every right to say no. You have the right to protect the peace you've worked so hard to build. You have the right to refuse to return to situations that have already proven toxic for you. Her suffering isn't an invitation for you to come back. It's confirmation that you should have left much sooner. It's validation that your presence was truly as valuable as you felt, but which she denied. It's proof that you weren't exaggerating when you said you deserved better. She confirms this through the very agony she feels in your absence. And when she eventually tries to downplay what she did, justify her actions, or make it seem like you were both equally responsible for the breakup, you'll know the truth. You'll know you gave her countless chances that she squandered. You'll know you fought for something she abandoned. You'll know you honored a commitment she repeatedly broke. And that knowledge will give you the strength to keep your distance. Because the truth is, people who have truly changed don't need to convince you with words. They demonstrate it through consistent actions over time. And consistent actions require time they won't have access to because you wisely close that door. So even if the change is real, it's not your problem or your opportunity to witness it. Taurus, you built something precious in her absence: self-knowledge, self-respect, self-love. You learned that you can survive the loss of people you considered essential. You learned that your completeness doesn't depend on external validation. You learned that it's better to be alone than in bad company. And these lessons are treasures that no one can take away from you. So leave her with her insomnia, leave her with her guilt, leave her with her belated regret. Not out of cruelty, but out of self-preservation. Because you already know how this story ends if you go back. She'll behave well for a while until she feels she has you again, and then she'll gradually revert to the same patterns because people don't change deeply without doing real inner work. And you're not anyone's guinea pig for transformation experiments. Your peace is sacred, your energy is precious, your heart is a rare gift. And all these treasures must be fiercely protected from those who have already proven they don't know how to value them. The fact that she finally woke up to the reality of what she lost doesn't change the fact that she had years of opportunity to value you and chose not to. Share in the comments simply, "My peace is worth more." You don't need to name who hurt you or detail what happened. Just highlight this fundamental truth, that your inner peace is worth more than any relationship with those who disturb it. This statement will strengthen your commitment to yourself and will inspire other Tauruses who need to hear that it's okay to choose themselves. Subscribe to the channel now, because I'll continue creating content about how to maintain firm boundaries when people who have hurt you try to come back. I'll teach you how not to fall into the guilt trap when they tell you they're suffering. I'll show you how to discern between genuine change and temporary performance. I'll guide you on how to continue building your improved life without allowing ghosts of the past to contaminate your present. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any content. This is your moment of power, Taurus. The moment when you understand that their regret is not your responsibility. That their insomnia is not your problem to solve. That their peace is not worth the price of your own peace. Stay strong, keep moving forward, keep building the extraordinary life you've always deserved. And let those who hurt you deal with the natural consequences of not knowing how to value the treasure they had. You were reborn in their absence, and this new version of you accepts nothing less than total respect, genuine reciprocity, and constant appreciation. Anything below that simply has no place in the life you are building.